Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Scale Riders podcast episode. I am your host, 65 Lokes. This is episode number 265. I am here with my guest, Jerry. First time on the podcast. He's based out of San Diego, California, and we just got to hang out over the weekend at the Oxnard event, the One of Wonders. This was the IPMS show. So let's go ahead and bring in Jerry. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm right here. What's going on?
Awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Hey, dude, thank you again for doing this. I'm excited. I know this is the first time on the podcast, but man, we've known each other for a while now, I know, from seeing you at shows and seeing your work and just, we check in on each other on Instagram, seeing each other's stuff, dude. I've been seeing like
Absolutely.
a lot of the cool stuff you've been building and doing, man.
Thank
And
you.
dude, just to put it out there for everybody, I'm gonna start it off by showing everybody the latest build that Jerry just finished, the Supra. Check it out. Here it is.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Let me
Turned out okay.
bring this up right here. All right, bro. So we're gonna get started right off the gate. So this build right here, how long did it take you to build this car from start to finish?
Oh man, I think I started in. Sorry about the background noise. If you
You're
hear
good.
that, but I think I started around December. I'm kind of a slow builder, but it took a lot of turns in the journey. My vision was changing, so yeah, it took a while, but I pushed towards the end because I wanted to bring it to WonderCon. So I really just started pushing, like, man, I got to get this done.
Yeah.
So I made it just in time.
Yeah, dude. When I saw you were working on this, you were showing bits and pieces like the wheels, and then right there on the side where you show like the Rays, the HKS, and the Toyo, like the
Right.
Wall Street decals that were on the car. I was like, all right, cool. These are like little hints to the build, right? Coming together. And when I saw
Right.
you bust it out at the WonderCon and I saw it there, I was like, yo, this thing's dope. Like when you get to see it in
Yeah,
person,
thanks.
you know?
Right.
And I mean, I love the wheels, the color of the car. What
Yeah.
what paint did you select for this car?
Well, the brand is ProScale, and it's a Porsche color. It's called Porsche Venetian Blue Metallic. So you probably do the same thing. You're always fishing around, looking at cars online, seeing what colors there are. And I just saw a Porsche in that color, and man, I was like, damn, that is a nice color. And then the group build came up, and the theme was the Toyota Supra. Pick any Supra you want. And I said, well, I'm gonna make a Supra with that color, and there it is.
Yeah, this is nice, man. Yeah, and it's interesting, right? When you start like looking for colors, you're right. Like we do it all the time. We're selecting a build, and then we're like, all right, let's see what color should I paint this car? Because you start to kind of
Right.
look at what you've already done in the past, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, I don't know if I want to go like a factory stock color that's just
Right.
specifically for Toyota, or should I just switch it up and add another color from a different company? You know?
Yeah. Why not? Huh? Right.
Yeah, this is nice, dude. Let me bring up the
Thanks.
another angle right here. Look at that. That's dope, dude. And was
Thank you. I appreciate it.
this was airbrushed, right?
Yeah. 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 I pretty much stick to just that.
Nice. And as far as the clear, what kind of clear did you go with on this build?
Same brand. Same brand. To ProScale. That's Paul Bretland's, his wife's company, and they're based out in the UK. So yeah, man, his 2K lays down really good, man. I didn't even have to cut and polish the whole car. So in some areas, it just lays down so good. I don't even have to touch
Mhm.
it. Like leave well enough alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And yeah, it lays down really good.
pretty good. Yeah, I was about to ask that. Like, aren't they from overseas? Because
They are
I don't really see too many people using their paint here in the States. But the
No,
one person
yeah.
that I know uses their paint all the time is a kit builder Chris.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like sponsored by them, kind of backed up by Paul.
Hmm.
So that's one reason. And yeah, but you're right. Not a lot of people are using this stuff yet, or at least maybe we don't know about them on Instagram.
Right?
But he does sell a lot to the United States, and it's a good paint. I ain't trying to push for it. I ain't not getting paid to push for him or anything,
Yeah.
but
Man, get that
I'm really happy.
sponsorship.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
Yeah,
on.
but I'm happy with the way it lays down, and he'll he's kind of like got a scale finishes vibe. If you want something mixed, he can mix it,
Hmm.
and he doesn't charge anything extra. So actually, it's funny because he didn't have this color. So I approached him and said, "Hey man, can you do it?" And he goes, "Heck yeah!" So he mixed it up and sent it to me, and there it is.
Right on, bro. That's good. Real quick, let me give a shout out here in the chat room in the comments. We got Armando Flores, Styrene Live
And
505,
couple
Slowly
Mondo.
Models. It's Gonzo. What up, Gonzo? Vision 124, Juana Mesqua. What's up, guys?
Oh, okay, yeah, man,
Yeah. Hey, if you guys
good
have
stuff.
any questions for Jerry, as we proceed in the podcast, please put them there and I will bring it up on screen and we'll get into it right there. Another you were saying something about the spoiler. I think
Yeah,
it looks good, bro. I love it.
I had a couple of people like, "Oh man, that wing is it's too much," and I'm like, "Well, actually, no, it's not because that's the actual HKS. That's a replica of an HKS wing, and it's actually if you go on the website on HKS website, it's kind of like advertised as this is the wing for the Supra. I mean, it's like a legit actual replica of the wing, and I was like, it's not too much. It's actually supposed to be there, and I 3D printed that. Uh, Found it on Cults, and it's actually a RC car wing. So I had to scale it down and get it to match and fit right with the car, and that was really challenging. In fact, I almost gave up. I was like, man, I don't know if I can pull this off because it just wasn't coming out right. But I kept on swinging and finally got it to mount up perfectly. I put Top Studio bolts and stuff on it, and I put tubing on it as the braces. And I don't know. I think it goes on the car well. I think it looks good. And so far, like from you and other people, they've said, "Yeah, man, it's a good addition to the car."
Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, just
Thank you.
staring at this photo right now, you see the wing, the way everything flows, and then I love the design of how you see the exhaust coming out the rear bottom bumper, you know,
Yeah,
even just those side bottom pieces right there behind the wheel look really nice, and just the way that color and the clear just flows together,
thanks, man.
it's very clean, bro. Even the rear windshield, bro, is super clean. I feel like if I was showing you a model of mine, I'd miss something. I'd probably have a fingerprint here or there, But dude, this is
It has
clean,
some
dude.
it has some flaws, trust me.
Yeah, yeah, right on. Hey, man, those are the little secrets we keep to each other.
Right, right.
Yeah, man. Nah, but this is really awesome. And
Thanks, man.
Jerry, on we got to hang out, on
We
on
did.
Sunday.
That was fun.
This was that the first time you going out there to Oxnard?
First time at WonderCon. I knew about it for a while, and I'm not a big fan of driving far,
Mhm.
so I went to I've been going to the last couple of Ventura Hobbies ones. So I'm figuring, okay, well, if I'm willing to come this far now, I got to make WonderCon. So it was my first time being there, and it was a good show, man. I had fun.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, you got to see some friends, some familiar faces out there too
Yeah, absolutely.
that were there.
Yep.
So that's always a nice thing too, when you go out, because it's far, bro, for you, because you're coming you're going up north from San Diego. So
Yeah, I
that's
live way down in San Diego. I'm almost to the border, San Diego. So
dang. Hey,
right,
how was that drive back though? Did it take
it
long?
was it was rougher. Yeah, it took like
Oh
over four
man.
hours to get back, but
Yeah,
it's all right.
that's crazy, bro. Hey, dude, you know what? When I was a little kid, my dad, he would be like, "We're gonna go to TJ," you know, and I'd be like, "Dang, I don't want to go down there because of the drive." So we'd head out, and I'd be like, "Man, it's like feels like 5 hours to get here," you know, and then we come
Yep.
back, and driving back was brutal, and I was like, "Dang, Dad, I don't ever want to go," you know, but we would still go, you know, and you got to meet my dad too, so I thought that was cool,
Yeah, that
you
was
know.
cool.
I was
Absolutely,
like,
that was, man.
I was like, you know what? This is my dad came out. He wanted to support. He wanted to check out the show, and we were kicking it. So I was like, yo, you got to meet my dad. He's right here, you know. So that was nice, man.
Yeah, thanks for
Um,
doing that. That was like a privilege. Oh man,
right on,
like
dude.
his dad right here, man. I don't know, that's good stuff. It
Yeah.
was really cool.
No, thanks, man. Hopefully he comes out to another future show. I mean, he's really interested. He's always asking me like what I'm doing or what upcoming events I got coming up, you know. And
Right.
I don't know, maybe in the future I'll have to bring him out to another show that's closer, more, getting down south. Um that way he could kind of check out more of the scene, and meet some more of my friends, you know.
What's the closest show to where you live?
Yeah, I mean, I would
Would
say
it be SoCal Open or
yeah,
the
SoCal
Pomona one?
Open would be a good one, but the only thing is, during that time, like for him, it would be hard just because that's during like our busy work season. So like
Oh, right.
he's giving me the chance to go over there and kick it, and do my thing, but he's already working away, getting a head start. But another one that I'm thinking about, that's coming up would be like the one at the NHRA, the Spirit of Speed.
Spirit of Speed one.
That would be in November in Pomona. That would be
Yep.
another one, an opportunity that I'm pretty sure he'd be down, to go out with me out there. Um, but it was funny, bro, because remember we were talking and I told you, hey dog, this is like the place where I went to prom. And you were like, hey, so where
Did you
was it?
dance
Where
right
you
there?
Yeah.
Right there.
That was funny, bro. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're a fool. I'm like, that's funny, you know. But
You had
man,
love in your eyes, man. I was like, oh man, he's going back right now.
man, by seeing like all the people that were showing up throughout the day, like setting up, you got to see like the tables filling up, and you know how when you walked out of the room, like they had where they were vending, and then they had the models, but then there was the hallway to go to like the restroom, and where people were
Hmm.
check coming in. On the
Right.
opposite side, there's another room. Just I believe it's about the same size on the other side, or it might
Yeah,
be
I
a
saw
bit
people
smaller.
going in and out of there.
Yeah, and like I don't know, man. I'm kind of predicting it now. I have a feeling that like next year they're they're gonna take over that big room, bro. The one where they had the show. It might not even be
Yeah.
vendors anymore in that room. It's just gonna be a full on show, and the other room will be like vendors. It might be something like that, or maybe the vendors like will be
Yeah.
in the outskirts or something like on the sides
It's
because
possible. Yeah.
it's growing. I did the first one, but it was at a different location,
Right.
and when we were at this location here, I was like just looking at the layout, how people were coming in. You feel the weather was great, bro. Like it wasn't like hot,
It
too
was.
cold. It was just
Perfect.
nice, So vibes like that, I'm like, yo, like this place and this has so much potential, like to bring more people in. You know, I think
I
it would be
agree.
a pretty
I
cool
agree.
show, and
First time
I
I
want to go.
walked in, I'm like, man, this is where they should have like weddings or quinceañeras or something, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's all fancy.
So yeah, it was kind of fancy.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Let me see here. I'm gonna be pulling up some more of your models right here, right quick. And also, man, we got more people joining us. We got Rudy Munoz. He was there at the show
Oh,
too.
what's up, Rudy? Yeah.
Let's see, OmniWorks. What up? He's in the building. Leon, Model Car 1589. And then also Steven Kessel. What's up, man? Let's see here. So, man,
What's up,
I
Steven?
al- I also wanted to pull up this one right here. This is one of my favorites, bro. The
One of your favorites.
VW,
Oh,
the
that
Bug.
Beetle.
Yeah, bro. This is a
Oh
nice
man,
one,
that's
bro.
funny.
We use this one for the cover of the podcast right here. Check it out, guys. Um, this build right here, is this the Tamiya kit?
It is. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is really nice, man. How do you
That's
like
it.
those? How do you like those Tamiya kits?
You know, this kit. This one in particular was pretty good. I have some gripes about it. The tail lights, I didn't really like having to deal with them, but I think it's an older kit. It might be from the 80s or something. So, but even to me in the 80s was good stuff. But overall, it was a good kit. But yeah, I'm a Tamiya fanboy, no doubt. You know.
Yeah, this is a nice build, man. I still haven't built one of the VWs, but when I was carrying them, I mean, those things would just sell like crazy, man. A
Hmm.
lot of people were buying them, building them, and I mean, even right now, they're getting these ready for some future shows. I don't want to say which shows, but I know these are up and coming right here. So who knows, man?
Really.
You might have to bust this one out then as well. You gotta keep bringing this one back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like to. I mean, there's that whole kind of like debate about whether you build for a show or not. How people feel
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah.
And I personally, I'm cool with it. I build for a show. I have fun with it, but I didn't build this to put it on the table. It was just, I had just built my Mustang, which had a lot of detail to it, and I just kind of wanted a break. And I was like, I'll build this Beetle. I'm just gonna chill. I'm not even worry about how it turns out. I had some ideas in my head and went with them, and I'm like, dang, this actually came out pretty good. So, it's just kind of weird the way it worked out.
Yeah, I love those wheels. Like everything
Yeah.
just flows. It looks very realistic right there. Did you do like a backwash, a black wash right there on the wheels?
No, no, that's actually painted.
Mm.
I painted those areas. They're Mustang wheels, and I don't know. I was telling Armando at the show how I made them, and they're Pegasus aluminum hoops with the Mustang wheels from the Shelby Hertz kit, the Revell kit, and I just carved out the centers of those wheels from that kit and stuck them in the Pegasus hoops. I polished the hoops up as much as I could, and yeah, that's how I made them. So they're kind of like a one-off, man. You're not gonna see those or find them anywhere.
Yeah, those are nice, man. And that idea, how did that come about? Like, were you kind of like, wait a minute, I think I could pull this off. I need this and this.
Yeah, it was just, and you might experience this too, where I don't know. I had bought the hoops from Pegasus because I thought they looked cool. I'm like, okay, I could stuff anything I want inside there. And then I
Mhm.
was building the Shelby kit at the time, and I figured, hey man, let me try just stuffing these right inside these Pegasus hoops. So it was just kind of a whim, and it worked out. So, but I wasn't gonna. They were on the Shelby model, and then when I was building the Beetle, I looked at the wheels and like, man, those wheels might look good on this Beetle. So I took them off the Shelby and stuck them on this thing. So
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna pull up a question for you here. This is from Armando. He wants to know question: where can I get the Tamiya T-shirt for when you're rocking? Let's see.
dude,
Let's show you here for
yeah,
everybody
it's just XF, one of the colors, the label that's
on the bottle.
um on the bottle.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
this is what is it? T Public? I think it's T Public
All right, there you
because I
go,
want
Armando.
Tamiya swag, and Tamiya swag is kind of hard to find. So you
It is,
gotta
dude. I remember
right.
like some years back, like a couple years ago, they had shown I think like a jumper, like a jacket
Hmm.
that they were selling, and I was like, "Oh, that looks clean." And then it was like sold out, and I was like, "What? Like, come on, would they put one for sale, quantity one,
Yeah,
and
right.
it sold out quick?" Dang! Watch, I'm gonna show you guys my shirt
Probably.
right here, representing right here. Bam! We got the shirt from the
Oh,
show.
WonderCon. Yeah,
Damn, one of wonders right
that's
here.
that's the shirt that all the dudes
Yeah,
were wearing. Huh? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they were rocking
Oh,
right there.
cool.
And then, damn, enjoying the coffee right here. Here's a plug right here. Shout outs to you guys for hooking it up with that right
Yeah,
there, man.
yeah. I was thinking a lot of them dudes. Like, good show. Thanks for putting in the work, and appreciate it. It's
Yeah,
a
it
labor of
must
love.
be For real, dude, because you see everybody working and they're busy, man. It's a lot of work putting a show together.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, man,
I can only imagine.
yeah, I don't think I'm ready for a show. I'm probably be just down to do like a barbecue or something at a park. Like, let's kick it. You know? Like,
Right?
yeah, I just
No
want to like,
judging, man. Just bring your models, man. We just gonna look at them.
yeah, like let's just hang out right there.
Just hang
And
out.
Jerry, I gotta ask. So
Yeah.
I want to know about your history with model building. Please tell us, when did you start building? How did this all start? When did you get consumed by the model building world?
Oh man. Well, I'll tell you, I dove off the deep end. It's funny. With stories, it ties in with you actually, because diving off the deep end is like a recent development 5 years ago, and but I've always been building. So 5 years ago, I break out a model kit, start building it, and I didn't know about the show scene, nothing like that. I didn't know anything. So I met you on Instagram, started learning more. And the first model show I ever went to was the dedicated one in La Mirada. And that's where I got to meet you in person. And I was just blown away, man. I just, my jaw's on the ground the whole time. You there, Edgar?
Yeah, I'm right here, bro. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Wasn't sure.
no, go for it. And so you were, I still remember that this was the first dedicated show that they had put together, and
Right.
it was I remember there was like a, what was it, like an In-N-Out burger not too far from there, Chick-fil-A. There's all these food spots,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
But a lot of people, like everybody from SoCal, like from here, like showed up to this event,
It was
and it
crowded.
was crowded, bro. Long tables.
Crowded. Yep.
David came all the way down from Texas. I mean, part of dedicated right there. He was down. He
Mm-hmm.
was busy. So many model cars, bro. Lots of lowriders.
Yep.
And then remember they had that in the center of the room, like a display. It was like the
Yep.
little buildings, and the trucks were displayed on there,
Yep.
like the mini trucks and stuff. And then in other builds, but yeah, it was like very nice to see everything. And then there was maybe what, like a couple of like RC lowrider
Yeah, I remember the
cars, like,
RCs being there. There was a couple, yeah.
yeah, dude. Nah,
Even
yeah,
Hot
man.
Wheels. That
Mhm.
one dude, I can't remember his name, but he had a lot of lowrider cars, and I'm just tripping out on him. He's like, "Oh man, I built those a long time ago. Those are old." I'm like, "Really, man? Look like you built them last week."
Yeah.
And but he had some of his Hot Wheels there, and I didn't know about that scene either. I'm looking at what they're doing to Hot Wheels, and I'm just, again, mind blown.
Man, what a trip, bro. So like when you
Yeah.
found out about the show, like you didn't know what you were stepping into yet, right? You were just
Heck
like, oh,
no, I had
I'm
no
gonna go see
idea.
what's up.
I'm
And
gonna
it
see
was
what's up. Yeah.
and it wasn't too far from you either.
No,
La
that's real
Mirada.
close. That's
Yeah,
barely over an hour for me, so that's not that was
yeah.
nice too.
All
Yeah.
right on, bro. Nah, that's cool, man. I'm so glad you made it out. So like, did when you went back home, were you like just more pumped and like motivated to get working
Yeah,
on stuff?
absolutely. I mean, it like well, I started building when I was in elementary school, so we're talking early '80s, but it was always casual, and I've always built, just here and there. Always had kits on hand. So about 5 years ago, I break out, my Tamiya. Um, I have it right here, I think. Opel Astra
Hey,
Coupe
I was
has
gonna say,
opening doors on it.
you want to get it?
Yeah, I
Dang,
don't know, man. I'm not
it's up to
really.
you.
I mean,
Right on.
it turned out okay.
Yeah,
It's in
yeah.
a case right now, so
Oh,
it's
okay,
sleeping. I don't want to wake it up.
okay. Yeah, that's
But
cool.
so I broke it out and I decided, well, let me watch some YouTube videos to get some tips or whatever, and that just started a fire right there, man. YouTube
Hmm.
just opened me up to a whole another world, and that's where the deep dive began. Then going on Instagram and going to my first show, that's when the
Hmm.
addiction planted its roots.
Yeah. Do you ever trip
Yeah.
out, like the level that you're building now, and you think like, man, I remember when I was doing this as a kid, or like back then, like just kind of how things have changed, with just
Big time.
obviously your mindset. You're an adult now, you're doing it, but then it's like you've already figured out, like if you run into a problem, how to get around it. And also, you have the availability now of to ask so many different friends that are like pros at what they do in all the
Right.
different categories. It's a trip, bro. I trip out on that because I go, man, I know so and so that's like a specialist with paint, so and so that's specialist with engine work, with interiors. Like there's a little bit of everything, bro. It's
Absolutely.
crazy, man. Yeah, and
It
everything comes
is.
together. And now, like when I see you at the shows, I mean, dang, a lot of people, bro. Like you're kicking it. It's like to me, I feel like, man, you guys look like you guys have been friends for like a lot of years. Like you guys go back, but I'm sure you guys, have probably known each other for 2-3 years or 4. It has been like more than 10. But it's a trip how with the scale model community, it's like brings you together like that.
It's a big part of the hobby and what most of us enjoy. It's like this other side of the same coin. Like we feel passionate about, the hobby in and of itself, but being able to share that with like-minded people, that's just as good. At least it is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. You know what I forgot to ask you, bro, is like, dude, you needed to bring me one of your stickers, the ones with your logo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
you
some
gotta
too.
save me one. Yeah, okay,
I
next
will,
time.
absolutely.
I know
Yep,
I'll
yep.
see you
Next
again.
time.
So yeah, I want to get one of those, bro, because they do look
Thank you.
cool right there. And it's nice when you see people trading also with like stickers and stuff on
Yeah,
there.
that's a thing
I
too,
see
man.
your
That's a
collection right
thing.
there on the
Hmm.
bench.
Yeah, my whole bench. So when I work,
Dang.
I cover it because I don't want to mess it up. Some people
Hmm.
put them on like a board and hang them up, which is cool. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of, I don't know, mystical or something. I like
Hmm.
having them here. I have a connection. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're my boys right here with me doing this. So I don't know. That's why I have them on my bench. But if I'm painting or something, then I cover it because I don't want to mess it up either.
Yeah. And when you build, uh when's like the time, when's your time that you feel like, all right now is when I could really spend a few hours or so getting into it to get further on in the build.
Yeah. Well, after work, because I'm like probably most people, I got to try to squeeze in a little bit after work before I start falling asleep. Because if I'm not careful, I'll be falling asleep with parts in my hand. And
Hmm.
so I try to squeeze in. And then on my days off, just get in as much as I can. And it's probably why I build so slow because I don't have a whole lot of time. And I'm super
Hmm.
careful too. I'm probably more careful than I need to be, but I do what I do.
Yeah. No, I mean it pays off, bro. I mean, you can see it.
I
You
think
can see it
so.
with the
Yeah.
work and everything at the end there, once you bust out with your builds because they all look very I'm gonna pull up that Mustang right here. Look at that. This is another one
Yeah.
right here. This one's nice, bro.
Thank you.
Let's see. Is this
That
a
was
5.0?
no, it's not. That's
Mm.
I'm a fan of Fox Body Mustangs. I had one for a long time. It got totaled, and maybe I'll get another
Oh,
one someday. But so that's my favorite subject, are Fox Body Mustangs. So this one is called an SVO, and they weren't made but like 2 or 3 years, and there's not many of them around. So it's actually a four-cylinder Mustang, a 2.3 liter four-cylinder turbocharged Mustang that came from the factory that way.
that's
So
crazy,
yeah,
bro. It looks dope.
yeah, and it's
Man,
a
let's see.
monogram kit, and that kit is not friendly.
Yeah.
It is not a friendly kit, and the only reason I pushed myself to build it was because I like the subject matter. So I was like forcing myself to get it right because it's a difficult one.
Yeah, this is nice. I'm gonna
Thank
share with
you.
everybody. Let's look under the hood. Look at that right there.
Yeah.
Man, this bro, when I look at this, I'm like, man, I have a lot of years of work to get to this point right here. Tell us about your experience with getting into detailing your engines. Was that something that you found very challenging?
It is challenging. probably most like any other aspect. If you want to take it to the next level, you got to kick your patience up another level as well. But probably the tie-in is my background. I'm an automotive repair mechanic by trade, so I have a I'm working on these type of things all the time, so I have a familiarity with them. So what I put, I know what it is, I know where it belongs, I know how it works, and I think that helps me enjoy detailing engines and knowing what to put and where to put it to make it look realistic. So, you know, that's that.
Dang, dude, you got that advantage right there. That's so cool, man. I didn't
Yeah,
know that, bro.
I
Dang,
do.
I'm
Yeah.
learning something right here. That's awesome because look, right now as I'm staring at this photo, right? You see like the belts, like that's not all glossy. Like it looks like a flat, like what a real belt would be like, you know?
That's what I was
Even
trying. Yeah.
yeah, even like the cables, like certain things look glossy and some are more of a matte finish of what it would be,
Hmm.
man. This is so cool, dude.
Yep.
I think next time when I start diving into this stuff, I'm gonna have to show you before I like show anybody like, hey, dude, am I doing it right? Is
Yeah,
everything
you're
going the
right.
right way? You know,
Yeah.
um, because
Well, like for
everything.
instance, yeah, go
Go
ahead.
for it.
Sorry. I was gonna say like the power steering pump on there, which is right below the alternator, like on the Fords, they always have this kind of creamy, milky color to it. And I was like, okay, well, I need to replicate that. I need to make it look like an actual Ford power steering pump. Now, maybe a lot of other people won't notice or won't even care, but to me, it's like I want to try to make it look like the real thing as much as possible.
Yeah, this is nice. Let's see. I know I have more photos to bring up right here for you guys. What was the time frame on this overall build? Because it's not just the engine, the paint. There's more to it. Um, let's see. Let me share this next image before you tell us how long this all took to wrap up because there is more. Look at this.
Oh yeah,
I, I'm loving this right here, bro. Right in the back, right there.
all right. Fuel cell and a nitrous bottle.
Yeah, bro. This is fun, dude. I mean, do you ever show your coworkers at work like check out these
Mhm.
models, or is that something just personal? You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah, some actually my coworkers do take an interest and ask me. So yeah, I show my coworkers as well. I haven't brought them in yet, but maybe one of these days I'll because I actually did show my models to a friend the other day, and they were like, "Man, I didn't realize that they're this small and it's so tiny. Like, how did you do that? It's so small." And in their head, they thought it was bigger. Like, no, man, these
Mhm.
these things are tiny. So trying to get that detail at that size can be challenging. Like on the NOS bottle, I wanted to put a gauge on there, and I think I used military decal gauges to replicate the gauge. And I think I bought that NOS bottle from you. I think it's a Mister Model NOS bottle. I'm pretty
Oh yeah,
confident I
that's
bought it
right.
from you. Yeah,
The one, yeah, I remember. I was carrying those early on. I had to restock on
yeah.
those, dude. I've been out for a minute on those bottles.
That I am pretty sure that's one I got from you. And the fuel cell is the 3D printed fuel cell, and the center part where the filler cap is the tank wheel. I just carved out the center of the tank wheel because it has a bolt pattern around it. And I was like, oh yeah, that looks like replicates a filler part pretty good. And
Mhm.
made some straps, carbon fiber. I cut out the hatch from the kit and just put flat styrene, carbon fibered it. And one of the things I do when I build, I have a vision, but then I try to think, okay, can I push it a little bit just to set it off, like just to really just kind of ratchet it up a little bit. So with the Supra, it was the wing. Like I looked at the Supra complete, I was like, man, this is good, but I think a wing would just maybe set it off even better. And same thing
Mhm.
with this Mustang. I'm like, let me do something in the hatch. I got this open area. It's a big window. You can see inside. let me put something in there that's realistic. I don't want it to just be something that's not even true. So, a fuel cell and a nitrous bottle made sense.
Yeah, man. Everything that's on that fuel cell, I thought it came all with it, man. That's pretty nice. As far as
No, no, no.
the paint that's on the NOS bottle, the blue, what was that paint? Did you have any trouble with it sticking on to the bottle? Because the bottle seems like it's
No.
like aluminum, right? Like the
It
material.
is it is the actual aluminum. So I don't know. It seemed to stick fine. And of course, I try not to touch it too much. So maybe if I fiddled with it too much, it might come off. Because I don't think I used any primer on it. I think I just sprayed it straight up.
Yeah. Let me show another
Yeah,
angle of the model car right here from the back. Look at that, man. That's
yeah,
clean.
yeah. The SVO has a really distinct wing on the hatch area. It's the only car, the only Mustang that came like that. And the way it comes in the kit is horrible. And it was really challenging to do the body work to get it to look good. And so yeah, it's a funky looking wing. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is nice, bro. I had never seen this type of Mustang before.
Yeah,
I had brought up the 5.0. My father used to have one, a Mustang 5.0,
yeah.
and
Same body, same
yeah,
body that
it's
was
kind of
used for the
similar.
5.0. It is. It is. It's
And
it's basically the same thing with just some cosmetic changes, but for the most part, it's the same car. Yep.
there's another Mustang that I'm gonna pull up right here. Let me see here. Boom. Tell me about this one, bro.
Yeah, man. That's my diving off the deep end car. So when I went to the La Mirada show, came back all fired up. I ran into this Fox Body Mustang model and I wanted to try to emulate it. I liked the way it looked so good. So I just dove off the deep end. I'll say, you know what, I'm going to go from a box stock build and I'm going to go full custom. I'm going all out. And then that's it. I kit bashed that. I scratch built the body kit and it's got a Cobra emblem on the side because I actually put a Cobra motor in it, and that was not so fun to try to get it to fit, but it worked out. I had to wrestle with that a lot, but I got it to go in there good. And scratch building the body kit was fun and challenging. And fortunately, again, the vision in my head worked out. So that's my first dive off the deep end right there.
And we got another angle right here. That's clean, bro.
Mm,
Yeah,
Thank you.
these are nice. And
Yeah, I scratch built that diffuser.
and as far as the stash, does it continue to grow? Like all the bills, are you accumulating a lot of kits?
Well, I don't know, man. That's I hear about. I think I probably have 150, which to me feels like way too much. But then I hear people say, I don't have that much. I only have like 500. And I'm like, what? I can't even wrap my head around that.
Yeah,
Then some people got 1,000. Like, man,
yeah,
I hope that. So, but I got a decent stash. Yeah.
yeah.
The one that lasts a lifetime. That's for sure.
Mhm. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's interesting because I used to just stick to certain genres, certain style of markets, right? And like even just the cars. But now that
Same here.
I've kind of been just kind of getting into different styles and different stuff and piquing interest in different things. I've been slowly collecting and holding on to kits that are from each thing. And I'm starting to see now, okay, it's starting to grow again, right? And
Right.
so back then I used to kind of trip off of it. Now I don't so much. Now I'm just like, all right, cool, I have it, you know. But eventually I know that I'll be in a situation where maybe somebody's gonna be asking for a car, like, oh man, I'm having trouble finding this one and I really want to build it. And I might have it. So it might be a situation where I might have to like hook them up, and be like, here you go,
Maybe.
because
So what's your
that
stash?
happens,
What
man.
do you got? What do you got?
Yeah, right. A trade. That'd be pretty cool.
And you
Um,
can't count the store kids, man. That don't count.
yeah, no, I keep all that stuff separate. Like I
Yeah.
have like a couple bins where I have kits, and these are all the ones that I've had from the past. They're all open. I've already worked on them and stuff. So that's the one where I open up those bins constantly to pull out that stuff to look through, and all the other
Absolutely.
stuff's like kept in a separate place. I'm like, I already have everything. It's all in inventory, and that's what it is right there. But I'm kind of like, all right, I need to start building some of these kits to make more room, so that way maybe I could use these bins to put like inventory in there. But as of now, I don't know. I don't really like trip on it
What do
so
you think?
much.
100? You think you got
Uh,
100 or more?
possibly like 100. I
Possibly.
would
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Yeah. Not too
Um,
crazy, huh?
yeah, nah, but there are some that I'm kind of getting more into right now. I'm piquing an interest in the Mopar kits. You know,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm like, all right, I'm trying to see like what can I get. Watch, let me pull something out real quick. I want to give a shout out to my
Okay.
friend Rudy right here. Hold on. Bam. All right. Um, I'm very happy because I've been looking for this magazine and he made it happen. Here it is. Oh wait, it looks kind of trippy because there's green in it. See how you can see through the letters or whatever? I took a photo
Yeah,
of it
yeah.
and I posted it in the story or whatever in the review. It's kind of funny because I was looking at this too. This is a new shop card, and then I flipped it around because it has green on the other side, and look at that. Bam!
I'll have to trip how that happens,
It
huh?
looks kind of crazy, right?
It
Kind of
does look
trippy.
crazy.
Well,
Matrix, man.
damn, this magazine has the same thing. All the lettering is in green, and even the flames are in green. That's a trip. Let's see.
It is a trip.
Maybe. Oh, here. Let's open up this page right here. Check this out.
Well, it looks
Bam! Look at
psychedelic. It says psychedelic. It looks like it too.
that right there, bro. Oh man, I don't know, bro. Something about these cars right now, the paint jobs, how strong
Yeah.
these cars are, what they do it's getting my attention, bro. It's driving me kind of crazy. I'm like, I want to know more about these cars. So eventually, I definitely wanna build one. That's for sure. Man, since I just showed the shop card right here, let me plug it in real quick. So check it out, guys. This is the new shop card. If you guys want one, just send me an email, info@scalewriters.com. Send me your address and I will send you one. This is one side and then this is the back side, but it looks kind of trippy right now. But whatever you're seeing through right there, that's in green. um, I I have been getting the emails from people. So this week I'm gonna fill out the envelopes and all that stuff, put a stamp, and then go drop it in the mailbox. So that's gonna be happening pretty
Oh,
soon.
nice.
I did
Yeah, I
bring
got me
some out
one at the show.
to the show. Yeah, I was like, here, Jerry, I gotta hook you up. You gotta be one of the
Yep, I
first.
got it.
So man, that's
Hot
cool,
off the
man.
press.
Yeah. And tell us about your bench, bro. I see it. I'm staring at it. I like those little yellow containers, bro. Those are dope. Where'd you get
Man,
those?
they're just Harbor Freight, man. I
Ooh,
nothing fancy schmancy for me. I just needed to be functional. So yeah, that's all they are, is just Harbor Freight, man.
that's
And I
nice,
just
man.
bolted them down to the table, and yeah, it actually works out pretty good. That's
And
what they are.
is it mostly like tools or are you keeping like parts inside of them?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. If
Mm,
my build has something that I'm going to often, then that's where it's at, right in front of me. Go to it real quick. Of course, all my sanding stuff is one cubby, tweezers, and different items that I'm using on a regular basis right in front of me. And these things are like $10 a piece at Harbor Freight. So that means more money I could spend on
mm.
model stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. That's pretty
Right.
cool. I need to make a trip, bro. I do have a Harbor Freight like down the road from here, not too far. There was a guy, bro, that he showed a case. Man, what's his Instagram? I can't remember right now, but he was showing everybody how he travels with his model cars, and he had this like case container that had a handle. He said he got it at Harbor Freight. He did mention that they have it listed as like one of those cases it's meant for like firearms.
Yeah, like guns
And
and ammo.
yeah,
Yeah, with
yeah.
all the padding and
So
stuff. Yeah,
yes, so he was showing how he I think he fit like 6 cars, I want to say,
yeah,
and he adjusted all the little padding squares to protect the models. And then when you seal
exactly.
it, when you close it, there's still another padding on top of that. So there's no way these
Right.
cars are gonna move. And I was
Yeah,
like, dude, like this looks
there it
dope.
is.
Like I mean, I would like something like that if I'm planning on go to Acme next month, take it with me. But then
That's right.
again, I don't know, bro. I don't want to get any problems going to the airport and they're like, "Hey, look at that case, tackle them." I don't want no attention like that. So, I think I'm just gonna go with like a clear plastic container where,
Yeah.
well, like the ones you find at Target, those clear plastic tub. You know who was talking about that? Blue Ox model. He was talking about these on his YouTube video. These little containers with the latches. Just put 3 models in there, and just put a
Right.
little bit of foam or just something. So this way, everybody could see what's inside. So when you get to the TSA and all that, you open it right up, and you're like, "These are model cars." You have them run it through the thing. Cool, cool, and then you're just carrying this thing. Because
Right.
man, I'll be really worried if this thing gets tossed around and then all these models get jacked up, you
Yeah,
know?
I never flew with models, so I'd be scared too. I'd want to
Yeah,
probably
dude.
carry them on with me.
Hmm. When you're going to the local shows, how are you transporting your models in your car?
Yeah, I just put them in a regular, what do you call it, like storage container, and
Hmm.
put microfiber towels around there. And they actually don't move around that much when you're driving. To be honest, they're pretty stable.
Yeah.
And I drive like a grandma anyways, so I'm good.
Mhm. Yeah, you never have them riding shotgun. You're going fast and you slam on your brakes and then
No, no, not
fly,
yet, not yet.
fly forward.
Right.
Dang. Let's see. I'm gonna bring this up right here. Let's see. Juan Amezcua, he says, I have one of those cases for my Hot Wheels. Oh, that's cool. Hey Juan, send me some photos, bro. I need you to send me some photos. I want to see the case. Yeah, man. But I
Yeah.
really want to go down there to the Harbor Freight and check it out, just to see what they got, because they always got various stuff. I do get some of those the airbrushes to shoot flake.
Yeah.
They have some airbrushes. They're like 10, maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe they're $15 now. I don't know, but at the time they were like $10, and they're just little throwaways. So in case if it
Yeah.
gets
There you
clogged,
go.
just toss it, get a new
Boom.
one,
See ya.
and
Yep.
those seem to do the job right there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me
Harbor
shout
Freight
out.
has a lot of good stuff for the hobby. Yeah, go for it, man.
Nah, they do, bro. Let's see, real quick. We got some more friends joining us. Scale Model Cars. Also, Eduardo Contreras. What's up, man? Dang, that's pretty cool. Let's see. I hope you guys are enjoying us right here, just chopping it up. Man, this is
Yeah.
awesome, bro. I'm having a blast right here. Um, this year, Jerry, are you planning to go to the NHRA, or is that it kind of for shows for you for this year?
No, I got my circuit now. Now that I'm all into it, I got my circuit that I need. I like to run, and Spirit of Speed is definitely one of those. It's a good show, and yeah, if I can help it, I'm not going to miss that one.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
definitely
So
going to plan on being there.
we got that one coming up. That's in November. And then after that, the next one that I'm aware of out here for us would be the Model Fest again out in Ventura. But
Right.
that I believe I need to look at the flyer, bro. I don't know if it's January or February, but I know it's around there. I'm not too sure right now. And then right after that, it
SoCal
would be
Open.
the other show that's happening in April. This
What,
is
the left coast
the
is going to come first?
yes, that'll be in April 25th, and then I want to say like maybe 10 days later will be the SoCal Open, because it's always in the
Oh, they're
beginning
that
of May.
close.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
they're
much I
very close.
remember. Right.
Yeah, so I mean these shows, bro, that are coming up, we got to do whatever we can to spread the word, promote them,
Absolutely.
um And if we can make it to all of them, let's try to make it to all of them. You know, sometimes it's hard. You know, I understand. I
It
can't
is.
like be like, oh man, why didn't you go, bro? What happened? Nah, hey, things happen. You can't, you can't make it. You know, it happens like that, man. So
That's
it's kind
life.
of,
You
yeah, man, it is, bro. Let's
know?
see. Ooh, we got Ryan in the building right here. See no evil builds. What's up, man? Dang, that's cool, man. It's pretty cool to see some familiar homies right here on tuning in right here to the podcast. Um, yeah, so for that one, the Left Coast Classic, you know, it's gonna be a mini truck theme and all, and you know, people have been asking, are you gonna build a mini truck? Are you gonna do it or what? And now I'm like, oh dang, I'm being pressured. I think I'm gonna have to do a mini truck now. I haven't done one, but I'm thinking about doing one. Are you gonna?
Oh
You
yeah.
think you're gonna do one too?
Well, so that's the thing. I never built a mini truck, and I've never
Yeah.
built for a theme of a show because a lot of shows have a theme. Never built
Mhm.
for a theme. Never brought for a theme. So, well, build a mini truck and build for the theme. So, yeah, I kind of got to do it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I would say I'll probably start looking at some of the like Aoshima kits for that. Let's see,
Yeah,
because yeah, they have some really cool stuff that you can mess with right there. Let's see. I'm gonna bring
absolutely.
up another one of your builds. This one here, I saw it at the show. This is the Mercedes, the Leon.
Yeah, out of the
Yeah.
box.
Dude, that's a lot of water slide decals. Did that take a long time to add on
It
there?
took a long time and it was scary. I was ready to call to me and say, "Hey, man, send me another sheet," because man, how am I going to do this without messing up? Because it's so many pieces of like a puzzle to put together and get lined up right. And but I pulled it off on the first swing. Got lucky, but it's a nice livery, and I just built it out of the box. I didn't add anything to it, and I just think it's a good looking car out of the box.
Yeah, just looking at that main water slide decal right in the front. It's a big one, and I'd be like, man, I gotta center this right. But it looks very
Right.
centered. Just looking, staring at it
I
right
think it
now.
is mostly.
Yeah, now everything
Right.
looks pretty good on there. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
these have a lot, man. I always when I see these cars, I'm like blown away. But also the water slide decals, you know, it seems like it's like a whole another thing right there.
Yeah. Very challenging. But you probably seen some of because this is a popular kit because there's so many decal options for this particular car. There's like tons of decal options. So they got those crazy anime decal liveries that were probably a lot more difficult to lay down than this decal setup. But this one out of the box is quite challenging, no doubt.
Yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, I used to see this
Yeah.
one a lot back then through my distributor, and then later they just like you couldn't find it anymore. I'm not sure if
That's what I hear.
if they stopped making it, like it got discontinued or what, but
I think
I know
so. I think
I
I
tried
heard they're like kind
getting.
of expensive to get.
Oh man, yeah, I can't get them
Yeah.
anymore. That's for sure.
All
Um,
right.
but yeah, this is a really nice one right here from
Thanks, man.
Tamiya.
It is a nice
Dang,
kit. Fun
let's
kit to
see.
build. Goes together really well. And yeah, even has some carbon fiber. Can't really see it in the pictures, but there are some of the decals are carbon fiber as well. So it's got an impressive decal sheet in the box.
From building all these different styles of models, what's been like the most challenging thing that you've encountered?
Wheel stance. Wheels and stance is challenging to do, to get it right, having the wheels stick out so much, and then the height of the car to match the wheel. It's probably the thing I hate the most about a build, but it's so important at the same time. Like wheels are a game changer for a build, in my point of view. So it's just one of those things that you have to get right So all my like the Mustangs that I built, the Supra, the Beetle, all those I had to change the stance and the position of the wheels, and it's challenging to do that. At least it is for me. Some people might pull it off easier, but I struggle to get it right.
Yeah, and when you're doing the like that stance, are you using? I see a lot of people use like sanding sticks to lay down, and then they put
Yeah,
the body to kind of do like a mock up.
right.
Are you
Oh,
doing something
absolutely.
similar? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. Sanding sticks or whatever with the body, and I'll use white glue because white glue can hold pretty decently, and then it comes off easily as well. It won't damage the parts. So I'll white glue things sometimes, just to um, whatever styrene concoction I'm coming up with to position the wheel, white glue it, look at it, okay, that'll work, and then I can lock it down with epoxy or whatever, and do the final on it. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's a process like on the Beetle to get that camber effect on the back. That wasn't fun, but had to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've struggled as well with stances with builds. In the beginning, I used to avoid it. Like, back then you build like a out of box stock kit, right? And everything just kind of flows together. You
most
just
of the
fit
time,
in
yeah,
the pieces and you're like, all right, cool. But then as time
yeah,
goes on, you're like, all right, now I want to lower it. Now I want to do this. So I want to cut this out. You start altering it. And then that's where you start opening up like a can of worms, right? Or
big
you're like,
time, big
oh, I
time.
want to switch the tires and all this stuff. And I remember, and I started making mistakes, bro, back then. I wouldn't even mock it up. I would just already start working on the body, start sanding, start painting, everything. And then finally at the end, I'd be like built, like already assembling it and then being like, all right, I'm going to go with these wheels. And then being like, oh, that looks weird. It doesn't even like the car sitting up too high. I wanted it to be low. But then it was like, then I started to notice, oh, I need to cut this out. I need to cut this out. But it was already kind of too late. I would have to like cut into the body or do something to start over. And and I was like, oh man. And the more I would talk to people, they would always say, like, nah, man, I always do the mock-up with the wheels. I always make sure I do all this stuff before I even move forward. So I was like, man, like I needed to switch that up back then, you know? And now it's one of those things as well. When you say the white glue, when you apply the white glue, are you just letting it sit there and dry like overnight till the next day to kind of mess with it? Because sometimes it takes a while for it to dry.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, yeah, it does dry slowly. So, that's part of the journey because you're gonna have to wait long, and then it might not be right and you have to do it over again, and it's tedious, and it's not for me that's not a fun part of the build, but it's the one that pays off. I think there's a dude or a person on Instagram has a account called Wheels Are Everything, or Wheels Are, yeah, something like that. Wheels Are Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, from my point of view, it's a game changer for, I don't know, the eyes just go to the wheels. Like, damn, those wheels look good on that car, and
Yeah.
it's really an aspect of a build that can set it off. Because, like, the model could be really nice, but if you got a like ugly looking wheel on there, you might be like, damn, that don't look too good.
Yeah.
And but maybe the model's not so good and the wheels are nice. You're like, damn, that actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, wheels are an important piece of the puzzle to me. So that's why I think they deserve the blood, sweat, and tears to get it right.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, man, I
So
definitely agree. Real quick, let's see. I'm gonna bring up this question, and I know you had answered earlier, but I gotta bring it up again. Let's see.
yeah,
Hector Mata, what's up, man? He asked, he's like, how are you, Edgar? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. All right. He says, question for Jerry. Where did you get that cool
the
t-shirt?
shirt.
Yeah, everyone's digging the shirt, bro.
T
What was
Public,
the
man, T Public. Go in there,
T-Public?
search Tamiya, and you're gonna get all kinds of stuff, man.
Dang. All right. That's
Yeah.
cool. And then also another question here. This is coming from Rudy Munoz. He wants to know, Jerry,
Oh,
tell us
Rudy.
about your 3D printing experience so far.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, I dipped into it. I got myself a 3D printer, and so I'm still a rookie, but it is a game changer. I mean, 3D printing is a part of our hobby. It's here to stay. It's a wonderful aspect of it. So I decided I'd take a swing at it. You know, people are like, "Man, this is a hobby in and of itself," and I see why they say that now. But I'm enjoying it, and the control that it gives you. Like for instance, the wheels on the Supra. You know, that's a file that I bought. But with 3D printing, I can change things up how I want. I can make the wheel as big as I want. I can make it as wide as I want. I can make it fit the car how I want it to be. So to be able to have that control is I don't know, is a big deal for me. I really like being able to do that. And then the wing, like I was telling you earlier, um, I couldn't find a genuine HKS wing to buy. So fortunately, there was a file for it, and even though it was a RC car file, and I had to do a lot of modifying to get it to fit right, you know, again, it's a powerful tool. It allowed me to take that vision in my head and make it a reality. So yeah, I'm really digging it. But it's a learning curve. There's a lot to learn about how it works, you know, calibrating the resin, your exposure times, your layer heights, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot to learn if you want to do it right and have good results. But it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Totally.
Yeah, dude. I remember you had posted about your 3D printer back then, and you started to show regarding the wheels, right? And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, dope! He got his printer. Like you're getting into it." Was it
Yeah.
hard, like starting up, like plugging everything in and getting everything all dialed in with your printer?
Yeah. A lot of trial and error. You know, you're going to do a lot of printing and there's going to be a lot of failing. And yeah,
Throwing away
it's
a lot
part
of
of the
parts.
throwing. Oh man, I haven't even printed that much and I got all kinds of useless parts that didn't print right. And, you know, because you got to know how to support things, where to support them. And if you don't do that, not going to print good. So, you know, you're going to sit there a couple hours, 4 hours, whatever, print something, and then it comes out and it's a failure. And then you're like, damn, all that time and this is garbage. But that's part of the process, man. It's just you just got to go through it.
Man, that's
But it's worth
crazy.
it in
Yeah.
the end. It's worth it
Once you get it going.
once you get
Yeah,
it going. Absolutely.
because now that you have that, you know, that extra component to add to building, it's like you can get the files, you know. It's awesome because you're printing stuff for your builds, you know. It's not like you're being like, oh, I'm gonna start a business now, I'm gonna get like 20 of
No,
them
no, no, no.
or something, you
I don't
know.
want
It's
that.
strictly for your builds. So that's pretty neat, man. I
It's a
gotta
good
get it
tool.
going. Yeah. And as far as the like the timing, do you just kind of let it run, print, and you just walk away, or are you just kind of hanging out, monitoring it, like checking it out, making sure everything's good?
Most of the time, you just let it do its thing. Like, so if I incorporate it into my modeling days, I will get it all set up, fire it up, let it do its thing, whether it's a 2, 3 hour print or whatever. And I'm modeling and it's doing its thing. So, you know, kill two birds with one stone for the most part. And
Mhm.
just, you know, but I haven't printed anything large yet. Like, I haven't printed a body yet. And so there's things that I need to get into, and because bodies take a lot of time, and that's the kind of
Mm.
stuff that you leave overnight. You know, you fire it up when you get home from work and you let it do its thing, and then you wake up the next morning and you know, pray that it came out all right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
As far as the software, you know how you were saying to resize and all that, are they pretty
Yeah.
easy to use? or are they like difficult?
Well, since I don't know that much, I
Mhm.
just use the basic the program. What do you call it? The oh shit, the word escapes me right now. But you can change the scaling, and depending on how you position the part on the build plate, you can size things up. Now, that's not like the CAD programs where you're actually going in and you're altering the file. And yeah, slicer program to see somebody. Yeah, there you go. Thank you,
Let's
slowly.
see.
So, CAD is a whole nother level. That's, I don't know nothing about that. I might not ever know anything about that. So maybe
Mm.
I'll get into that someday. And but even with the slicer program, there's quite a bit you can do to modify the part and make changes. So yeah,
No, that's cool, man. And as far
it
as
is.
like what's like the process like? So you have to pour in like the resin liquid, you get it
Yeah,
going, and then from there, you do have to dip it, right? Like in an alcohol or something after,
yeah. I
or like
use
a wash, I think.
isopropyl. Yeah,
Okay.
well, they have water washable resins. I haven't tried it yet. Again, I'm new to this, so far I've just been using standard resin, which you have to wash with isopropyl alcohol, get all that uncured resin off, and then
Mhm.
you expose it to the UV light to finalize the cure, because it's cured. That's how it forms the item. It's curing the resin layer by layer to create this object, but you have to expose it to UV light at the end to
Mhm.
finalize the cure, and finish it off, so to speak, after you
Oh,
clean it
nice.
with but there's water washable resin that I need to try out and see how that works.
Mhm. Let's see. Slowly, he's saying something right there. He's hit me up if you want to know more about CAD. I'm not super knowledgeable, but happy to help if I can.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Thank you.
yeah, the
Absolutely.
source right there,
Yeah.
man. Oh yeah, slowly. Thank you for that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. Awesome.
Jerry, I know aside from model building, you also have another passion, another um hobby, or something that's part of your life. I'm gonna bring this
Well
up right
then,
here for everybody to know.
okay.
Check this out right here. Bam. We got
Oh,
Jerry
that's funny.
with
You pull that up.
the GT right here.
My
Tell us
BMX
about
bike. Yeah.
the BMX bike, bro. Take us back.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like one of those typical 80s kids, man. We were always on our bikes and we rode our bikes everywhere. So most of my bikes were stolen. In fact, all of my bikes were stolen. But I had a paper
Oh,
route back in the day, and I was like, man, some of my friends had really nice, cool bikes like GTs and Red Lines and Hutches, and I always had kind of junky bikes. So I had a paper route, and I saved up my money, and I bought that bike when I was a sophomore in high school. So, and I still have it. I still ride it, and that's it. There it is.
man, this is nice, man.
Yeah,
I have a GT as well, but it's not this body form. It changed later. I think it came out in
it
like
did.
2000 or 99
Oh
or
yeah, they
so.
changed a lot. Yep.
It was called the Performer, I want to say. Uh
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that
That's a
that
classic.
particular model, but I
Yeah.
always wanted one as a kid. I always wanted a GT, but nah, I couldn't have the
Yeah, same
GT.
here.
It was more
Yeah,
like
same here.
like I think it was like a Frankenstein bike with like parts from like Redline and some other brands,
Right?
mi- all
Yeah.
mixed in, right? But at the end, it was a BMX, and
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, dude. Were you jumping ramps or like
Yeah. Well, like you
what is it?
you had a performer that's like a
Mhm.
freestyle bike, and this one is the Interceptor, which is kind of like a budget entry level race bike. So I would
Mm,
take it to a local track, and I never raced competitively, but I take it on the track and I would race it. And so yeah, that it's a race bike
That's
meant
dope,
meant for
man.
track racing. Yeah,
Yeah, because
it's
I've
fun
seen
to
some
still ride it.
videos where you post where you go with like friends, right? You guys go like on cruises, like just riding your bikes throughout the city, or like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
far
we
distances.
pretty far distances. Yeah, yeah. Well, the scene now is these big BMX bikes. They call them 29 inchers. So they're
Mm.
they're they got the BMX vibe, the BMX design, but they're a lot bigger. So you could ride them longer distances more comfortably, and so that's what I ride mostly. That little 20-inch race bike I only ride once in a while because I'm getting older and it's not very comfortable anymore because it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
small. But yeah,
Yeah.
we go on 30, 40, 50-mile rides. We ride all over San Diego, man. All over.
Oh, yeah. What a
But it's with
trip,
a group
man.
of people. So, it's
Mm-hmm.
fun. It's fun to get out there. San Diego's a pretty nice looking city, a lot of sights to see. So it's nice to get out and ride by the water. And there's a lot of bike paths that take you right along the coast. And so it's fun.
Nice. Go to hit up Ocean Beach and all that.
Absolutely. That's one of the spots right there.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
got
right
it.
on, man.
Yep.
That's cool,
You
man.
got it, man. Not even lying. Yep.
No, that's tight, dude. Yeah, because I see some of your videos and I could tell you guys are having fun, bro. Like you guys are all
It's
homies,
fun.
picking up
Yep.
some like donuts and stuff in the morning, some
Dude,
coffee, and just
yeah.
go out.
We call them ride to eats, man. So sometimes we'll just, ride to wherever to ride, but then like, okay, today's ride to eat. We
Mm,
got a spot, we're gonna hit it up, eat, ride back. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, that is my other hobby, but it's time consuming. I mean, if you ride 25 miles, like we try to ride about 25 miles, and if you ride 25 miles at a medium pace, you're going to be out there 2.5 hours.
mm.
So it's time consuming. So it dips into my building, because I get off work and my boys are like, hey, man, let's go riding. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Ain't going to be no model building tonight. It's going to be bike riding.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's pretty cool though. You have that balance,
Yeah,
you
and it's
model build, you
exercise
do
too.
that. Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely, bro.
Yeah, it's exercise because we go
Yeah,
up hills too, man. We don't mess
I
around. We like to go
feel
up
that
hills,
burn.
feel that burn. Yeah, we put in some work. We put in some work, no doubt.
Yeah, damn, bro. I kind of been lacking. I need to start going for walks or something around here in my area. There's like a park right across the street from my pad, bro, and there's people exercising every day, like walking and walking. And the more I look out the window, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go over there, and then I can't. I'm like, dang, I got to do this. I got to do that.
I tell you what,
There's all
man.
these.
Yeah, well, when we go on the bike path, so we hit up a lot of people on road bikes, and some of these people, man, you can tell they're like in their 70s, 60s, 70s, white hair and everything.
Mhm,
And I just got to give props. Like, I hope that's me. Look at this dude,
mhm.
67 years old. He's out riding his bike, just being out, moving. They say motion is lotion. You got to keep
Yeah,
moving.
yeah,
And so I hope that'll be me in 20 years out there riding my bike and still able to do it. So I figure as long as I'm able to do it, I
yeah.
probably should.
Nah, that's good, bro. Because if you think about it, when we're working like on a model, right? We're sitting down and it's like after a while, our legs are just chilling because they're sitting down. But when you're riding, you got them in motion, you're just stretching them out, working out. So that's
Absolutely.
always good. And at the same time, even if, if none of us like ride a bike or anything, it's always good to like take a little break, stretch, stand up, and then go back
That's what
into
they
the
say.
session, you know? So
Yeah.
that's always a good thing right there, man. That's cool. Um,
Thanks, man.
so now with the as far as like social media where you post, are you just on Instagram or do you also share your builds? Like I don't know if you have a Facebook or not, or like I know YouTube, I've seen you come up on there like with posts and stuff, but do you ever like plan on maybe in the future wanting to post some videos and stuff like that, getting into YouTube?
Yeah, I kind of thought about it,
Mhm.
but that seems to be possibly time consuming as well.
Hmm.
So I want to rule it out, but it's not something I'm considering at the moment.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
just stick with IG. Instagram's definitely my main go-to. Facebook, a little bit of participation on there.
Hmm.
But yeah, IG is definitely the my main social media guy, and of course YouTube as well. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of good content and good builders on YouTube. Um, yeah, those are
yeah,
the main vehicles for me.
yeah. Now that I've been paying more attention to all the like the different platforms, right? I'm starting to notice, for example, like Instagram, right? I look at that platform as like everyone. There's a lot of photos. I mean, there's shorts, a lot of videos, but it is a place where you can see a lot of photos of a lot of builds. There's so many people in Instagram, right? That sometimes like I miss out. Like I'll be like, man, when did he post this? And then I have to go on their
Yeah,
account and see like 5 or 6 photos that I missed. So I have to like, like each one of them. And with YouTube, obviously there's a lot of videos. You get to see everybody in motion, talking and everything. I feel like more connected. Like, all right, cool. I'm getting to see the artist right there. And then with Facebook, it's more kind of like more of a forum where people will post a photo and then bam, you have a bunch of people commenting, like a grip
yeah.
of people, so it's more of
There's a
a
lot of people on there. Yeah,
like a forum. So it's interesting, like kind of seeing everything with 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 Instagram. I mean, people could comment and people could get into it right there, but I almost feel like with Facebook that format of commenting is just like one after the other, which gives it more of that forum kind of look. But I do notice
I
that
agree.
not everybody does like all of them. There's only like you stick to the one you like, like the most. And I could tell like, man, like there's so many communities within communities in each one. You know, that's quite interesting, right
They
there.
have
But
I think they have a term for what they call social media anxiety, where there's just so
mhm,
much content that you might start to feel anxious, like damn, FOMO, fear of missing out, like what I miss. And I sometimes I get that way, like
mhm,
but you can only take in so much. It's saturated really, and
it is.
yeah,
No, yeah, it is. Like I have a like a separate like more like a personal like Instagram, right? And I follow like a lot of people that like scratch DJs, producers and stuff like that. But I started to notice like the more I'm liking scratching over and over with DJs, that's all that comes up on my feed now, right?
yeah,
And
there's
and
that
and
too.
yeah, but it's like people I follow, but then there's a lot of people I don't even follow, but they keep popping up, right? And then whenever like my close friends post like, like whether with their family or whatever daily life kind of things, I always feel bad. I'm like, damn, I didn't even see this because all the DJ stuff keeps popping up on
Keeps
my
on,
feed
yeah,
and know like what I'm really following. So it's kind of tricky with that. But you're right, bro. I didn't even think about that. Like what you were saying about the anxiety thing, feeling like the FOMO thing of like, dang, 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 I gotta, wanting to look
yeah,
at all this stuff right there because there
yeah.
is a lot, dude. There's a grip of stuff,
Yeah,
and
there's so much good stuff, and then you're thinking, "Oh, damn, did I miss something?" And
mhm,
but like a lot of things in life, you gotta have a balance. Don't not too much. Moderation, right? Moderation is key, right?
yeah, yeah,
So whether it's consuming food and
mhm,
just don't cut out the sugar. Just slow down a little bit. Maybe the
yeah,
same thing with social media, like
yeah. I remember with
so.
on my phone, I used to have the Instagram with like notifications. So like if anybody would leave a comment or like a like or a message, you, it would show up on my phone, right? And
Right.
almost like a text, and I'd be like checking it constantly, and I was like, dude, this is too much, bro. I gotta like take take off the
Here's an example,
notifications.
man. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but maybe it's still a thing. But at one point, Instagram used to have this thing where it said you're caught up or something like that. You're scrolling, and then it had a message at the bottom that said, "You're caught up," something along those lines. And man, that'd be my goal. I was like, okay, man, I gotta get caught up, caught up, caught up, caught up. And
Yeah.
then, but then it was kind of trapping me. I felt trapped. Like, man, I'm like feeling obligated. Man, I gave up on that. So I don't even know if it's doing it anymore.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just it can suck you in if you're not careful. And like you were talking about, where you express an interest in something for a millisecond, and then they're just flooding you with it. You know?
Mhm. Yeah, dude, it is. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just ways to try to like trap you, keep you in the app, you know.
That's it.
And yeah, bro. And
That's
I'm
the
like,
danger right there.
dang, yeah, because even like now, like I mean, I see a lot of modelers and stuff like that. But I'm trying to look for like certain artists, like painters, right? I'm trying to explore who else is out there that paints cars and stuff like that. But like one-on-one scale cars, and it's like sometimes these people don't pop up unless I start going into the search box or looking up like the hashtags, and then I start finding some, and I'm like, all right, cool. Just to explore, because I mean, now you go on Google, you try to look some of this stuff up, it's not there. But then when you go
Right.
on Instagram, you're like, oh, here it is, I found it, and then Facebook too. Sometimes stuff will pop up, videos pop up once in a while. I was talking to a friend about this. We're talking about like House of Color Paint. Like if you type
Hmm.
in House of Color Paint right now, there's there's really not that much information about it. These videos are very old, and it's just like they're old videos of just telling you like, oh, this is a new product, this is this, or somebody showing you like a walk around of their car that they just painted, right? And I
Hmm.
did some videos back then trying to show like how to make some stuff. Like those videos are old, and sometimes those pop up, and I'm like, damn, those are old. I,
That's
I
the
got to
truth.
redo them, right? I'm like, these are so
Right.
old. I don't want no one watching those. And right now, Coast Airbrush is probably the only a company on Instagram that has been doing videos very informative of House of Color. The only thing right now, though, it's not on YouTube. I hope that they put it up on YouTube so it's there, like so people can watch, because it's
Absolutely.
very, very informative. And the thing is this: there's a lot of painters that paint one-on-one cars, one-on-one scale cars, right? They know all this stuff, but they don't want to talk about it. They know all the secrets. They know how to mix what and this and that. And yeah, they see someone doing it and then they criticize, oh yeah, this, that. But they're not the ones putting out the content. And
Right.
I'm already like, come on, guys. Like, if you guys like are like hardcore painters and all this stuff, and yeah, I could do this and that. Well, show us how to mix the paint. Show us, everything, not just, oh, I painted this car. Nah, show us
Yeah.
everything, bro. Like,
I
why are you
want to see
holding
the
back?
whole thing.
We want to see the whole thing, you know? And
Heck yeah.
because I don't know, we're all, we're all learning new things and this and that, and we want to keep like going forward, but I'm like, man, I see right now, like if even let's just say, for example, like another brand, like Tropical Glitz or like Paint Huffer, all these brands that are coming out with paint and stuff, um the people that can make videos, please make videos with those brands, like if you have access and the time to record and produce a video saying like, oh, I'm using Tropical Glitz or whatever, right? Well, I know Manny has his own videos and that's dope, but I want to see more videos of people actually like being like, yo, check it out, I have the reducer, I have the paint, we're gonna mix it up and we're gonna do all this, and look, these are how many coats, and we're gonna clear it, right? Because then that's just gonna it's gonna influence more people to be like, oh dang, I want to try it now. you know I'm
I
gonna
would think
order up all this
so.
paint, I'm gonna order up all this stuff from Tropical Glitz, boom boom boom. The same thing with like Paint Huffer or House of Color or all these like different things. But I don't know, sometimes like there's a lot of gatekeeping when it comes to the paints.
Yeah, that's a good
And
way to describe it. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
man. And I don't know, man. Like there's only so much I know, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not holding anything back. Like whatever I learn, I'm gonna put it out, with it, because there's a lot of friends that do that. They put out the info and whatnot. And I feel like that's going to help other people, and it's just going to go. And if somebody learns something from you, they'll always remember that. You know, it's like giving someone something. You know, they're always going to be like, man, like I'm grateful for all the stuff my homies, you know, have hooked me up with and helped me along the way. You know,
Absolutely.
even you, bro, like being here with me right now, like doing this podcast, like I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm always going to remember, like, bro, like we you know, we're here doing this episode, like in the future, you know, looking back. So
Absolutely.
yeah, man, because you know, like eventually later, bro, I know you're doing your builds, you're gonna get curious, bro. You're gonna want to do like other styles, and then you're gonna be like, hey, dog, now I'm ready for the HOK, the House of Color. You know, I want to try it out, or I want to try out, you know, Manny's Tropical Glitz. You know, I want to shoot some flake or all this stuff, and by then you'll have the
Yeah.
info like right there, bro, to use their stuff.
Well,
You
I'm
know,
already there, man. I already have some of the paint. You
hell
know,
yeah,
I've stocked up on some of it, and I played around with spoons because you know there's a definitely a learning curve going on there. And so yeah, I'm starting to dip my toes into it. I want to do it. In fact, my next build is going to be a lowrider. That's another thing. I never built a lowrider, so I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna work on next. So but
nice,
I ain't gonna
bro.
get crazy. Probably just paint it a
Hmm.
single color. You know, do the flake thing and see what happens and go from
Yeah,
there.
definitely. Nah, yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to that. You see, that's like stepping out, you know, of something and like being like, all right, I want to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to see like what else I want to do, you know, because I've had fun with the lowriders. I've had fun with the custom cars. I've had fun with the JDM cars, and now I'm
yeah,
like, okay, the whole Mopar scene, all that's been around for a long time, that has so much history. That's all new to me. Like I don't really know too much about it, and I want to learn. Right now I'm like a sponge, like with that stuff. You know, I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff, and I know I have a lot of friends that have more knowledge about that stuff, and
yeah,
little by little, bro, I'm gonna be sending them a DM, you know, and be like, hey, you got to school me on this stuff, you know, and eventually, I do want to build a car like that, you know.
yeah,
Um, there's like next month, bro, the Acme show. I'm very excited, dude. Like to be able to like go out there and just to see the kind of cars, bro, that are gonna be out there. I think it's gonna be a
yeah.
fun one. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see a lot of different styles, but especially the stuff
Or
that I'm currently wanting to get into, bro. I think I'm gonna see it there.
oh, there's gonna be plenty of it. Yeah, if you haven't gotten into the you know, like muscle car type vibe and scene, and you know, you're gonna get overwhelmed. And you might be like me and a lot a lot of other people in this hobby is that when you build a model, you take interest in the subject. You want to know about it. You want to learn about it. What's its history? What's under the hood, et cetera, et cetera. When was it made? You know, and that's another aspect I enjoy about the hobby is learning about the subject matter. Like the Supra, that's the first time I ever built an import. Never built one before. It was always muscle cars and race cars for me. Well, import race cars, but just like an import, you know, street machine, whatever you want to call it. You know, that was a first thing for me. So I was like, okay, well, let me try this. This is new territory for me. So, you know, I wasn't even sure what the rules were when it comes to what's JDM, what's not.
Mhm.
Um, should I do this or should I not do that? You know, I mean, in the end, there's no rules. I mean, you do whatever the heck you want. But I wanted to stay faithful to the general vibe of the scene and try to capture that and see what other people are doing and what they like. And, you know, so with the lowriders, um, you know, and now that I'm want to build one, I'm learning more about the lowrider culture and appreciating it and finding out about what goes into making actual lowriders. And you know, I've seen them. I grew up with them here in SoCal, but I never really appreciated them for what they are. And as a scale model builder, I'm able to embrace that side of the culture because I'm building the model and I want to know what's going on, what's behind this. So yeah,
That's awesome, bro. You know,
yep,
right now you brought up a good point, and you know, like you said, I don't know if that's the right word about like if it's rules, because it's not like there's rules, but I know what you're
Right.
talking about, because that's like right now, like if I'm like, okay, cool, I got a Plymouth, I'm gonna build a Mopar car and all this stuff, right? But then I don't really do it the right way to what it to what it should be,
Yeah.
and then people are gonna be like, Wait, what?" Like, and I mean, I would want to do it true to what it is, out of respect,
Yeah.
right? Like this is
Right.
the vibe I'm going for.
Yeah. There's
Um,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's part of I think that's part of the journey, like doing the research and
Absolutely. I love that
looking
part of it.
yeah, like looking at what people are doing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And yeah, even like I've been staying up late at night, not when I'm recording or nothing, but just kind of just chilling and just going on YouTube and looking up cars racing, muscle cars, drag cars, like all this stuff, bro. I'm just kind of just consuming all this right now.
Soaking
And
it in. Yeah.
earlier I was talking about the magazine, the Hot Rod magazine, which I got right here. Oh man, I'm so happy about this magazine right here. I've been wanting to
Excited.
get this magazine, dude. And my friend Rudy found it. And man, there's just so much stuff that's
Hey,
in this
Rudy.
book, bro, that he came through. And I know I'm just gonna geek out on all this stuff, bro, right here. This
Yeah.
is what it's
I'm
all
looking
about,
forward
bro.
to that. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. And I don't know, man. Maybe next week I'm gonna flip through this book live on
I
here
hope
on
so.
YouTube.
I hope
I want to
so.
show
Yeah.
you guys this book, and give you guys kind of the reason why I also, how I got wanting to get this book right here. Let me pull up this comment in the chat that Armando Flores hit you with right here. He says, "Hey Jerry, any questions and lowriders, hit me up." There you
Oh,
go.
thank you. Yeah.
From the man
He's.
himself right there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Trying to
Thank
see
you.
right here. Man, let me give out some more shout outs, because I mean, we got some more people that joined us. JC's Lowrider Model Builds. What's up, man? I saw you earlier. And then also shout outs to Katsu all the way in Hawaii. What's up, man? What up? Thank you for joining us as well. We're all just
Yeah. Thank
chilling
you.
right
Thank
here.
you for being here. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. No, this is cool. Man, thank you for going on earlier too, bro, because we were like we were supposed to go on at 10, but then
Yeah.
we both ended up getting finishing up what we needed to do, ended up connecting, and was like, all right, cool, let's
Let's just
do it
make it
up,
happen. Yeah. We're ready.
yeah. So,
Yeah. Glad we're able to do it, man. Absolutely. Thank you for having me, considering me. You know, to be on here. I was a little surprised. Like, hey, you want to talk to me? Because I'm relatively, like I said, I just dove off the deep end kind of recently, and I got a
mhm.
lot to learn. And but I'm obsessed with this, man. There's
Yeah,
no doubt about it. Like, I don't know if it was you, somebody saying, man, you go to work. I think you might have said this when you were one of the videos on the Corvair, maybe. But at any rate, you're at work. I do some modeling in the morning, and then I want to keep on going. I don't want to stop. And then I'm at
mhm.
work thinking about it all day long. I can't wait to get
Yeah,
home. Like, man, I need to. Yeah, so it's consuming, but in a good way. I love this hobby, always have, and yeah, and I think it's popping right now. I think the hobby's doing good right now. So that's also exciting to see that, you know, there's a lot of activity going on, a lot of people that feel the same way about it. So it
yeah.
gets you pumped up as well.
No,
So yeah.
it does, bro. This thing is just growing, man. The same way,
Hmm.
we see all these different things growing, and it's all just due to social media. It's all online. Everybody,
Absolutely.
we all want to be a part of something. We all want to contribute our part to the community. We see, people out there in the 164 scale, the diecast scene blowing up
Right.
like crazy. Not just collecting the cars, but now they're actually customizing them, 3D printing parts, changing out the interior tubs, adding things like body kit parts Like that's all that, bro, is elevating it, right? And then
It's
the
nuts.
same
Yeah.
with the RC stuff. I mean, like
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Jeffries, a lot of the stuff we're seeing right now, it wouldn't be where it's at, you
It
know?
wouldn't even be here.
Um,
Yeah.
it's like giving the
Like a
idea to someone
pioneer.
and they get it and they run with it, right? And it's just
Exactly.
going crazy. And now with us, you know, in our world with scale model building, not just cars, also military aircraft, you know, figures, all these different things, bro. Everybody right now is expressing themselves, dude. Everybody's just creating and doing their thing, what they're feeling, what they're into, you know, and it's all good, man. And you
It
know, even
is.
like with what
Absolutely.
you're doing, bro, with the BMX, with bicycles, even that scene has blown up like crazy. You see so many
It
people
has.
posting that they're cruising, that they're riding their bikes. Even right here, bro, I see like 20, 30 kids riding their bikes in groups. And I'm like, dang. And then
Exactly.
now I'm starting to see these kids riding those what is it, like those EV bikes? They kind of look like little motorcycles.
Yeah,
And
that's another thing too.
they're
Yeah.
shooting up and down the street. And I'm like, damn, that's a whole new crew right there. You know, so there's a little bit for everything, you know, whatever you want to get yourself into, you
There's a
you
lot.
gotta, you know, there's so
Yeah.
much thing, bro. There's
So much.
yeah, bro, you gotta do it up.
There's something out there for everybody to get into.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
bro, I'm looking forward to, like you said, you want to dive into the Impala, not Impala, lowrider build, and then also mini
Low rider
truck
build, yeah. Mini
build
truck,
for next
yeah.
year.
So we'll
I'm
see.
looking forward to that, bro. That's for sure, bro. Now,
Yeah, I
but
know I probably won't keep it simple. I tell myself I'm gonna keep it simple, but you know how it is. You start working, you're
mhm,
like, oh man, I can feel myself going in another direction. So we'll see. You know, like on the mini truck, I had a mini truck. You know, I had a 1988 Mitsubishi Mighty Max, one of those things. Like, man, I shouldn't have sold that thing. So, you know, I'm familiar with mini trucks. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and that's making a strong comeback now. Like, I just went to a mini truck show this weekend, and that whole vibe is like coming back strong.
mhm.
The whole 80s and 90s with the spinning beds and all that stuff. I mean, I know it never really went away, but it's coming back strong. So I'm getting nostalgic. So I was able to go to this car show, mini truck show, look at the mini trucks, and see like, yeah, man, I think I could build that. I think I could build that one. So I got a little fire started in me, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to run with it.
No, that's cool, bro.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I need to start doing research to get, you know, really like pumped and motivated. Like, all right, which one, you know, like what I want to go for with that right there. I do want to build one though. And we still have time, but you know how it is, dude. Time just flies. Next, you know, we're like, oh man, April's like next month. Yeah. Then it's like
Yeah.
the
Well,
show's
it
coming
depends,
up.
like what vibe you're looking for, man. Like I said, if you wanted to go more 80s, 90s, you know, it had its own feeling compared to, you know, the way mini trucking was in the 2000s, 2010s. It was a different thing going on. So I don't know what appeals to you, but like in the 80s and 90s, it was really bed dancing was a big thing. And, you know, I know it never really went away, but the whole bed dancing thing was a huge part of it. Like down here in San Diego, some of the guys in the chat might be familiar with Highland Avenue in National City. So back in the day, you know, it was all about cruising Highland, popping your bed up, spinning it, and yeah, man, it was some good times back then. So
That's dope.
I got to build
Um,
that's the vibe I'm gonna go for. Is
mhm.
you know, and I'll probably have to print because I've always had a thing for the hard body Nissan hard body and the 720 Nissan, the older one, more square body one's also a nice truck. And I think Aosha might have a kit on the 720. I'm not sure, but I haven't been able to find a hard body kit. I'm actually kind of surprised that there's not a kit available for that truck, but I can 3D print one. I actually think Juan built a hard body mini truck, if I'm not mistaken. So that might be the direction I go. Just print me up a hard body. And, you know, speaking of La Mirada, there was a Nissan hardbody at that show,
Hmm.
and I don't know whose it was, but I remember I think it had a dump bed, had a rag top on the shell, and it was a dark color, like dark blue or something. And that truck stuck out in my head. I still remember it from that show. I'm like, damn, I love that truck. Like, I want
Yeah,
to build something like that.
and I might have to look through my photos because I do have some photos that I saved from that show. I wonder if I
Yeah,
captured it at some point in the background. Maybe I could ask
you
someone,
probably
be like,
did.
"Yo,
'Cause there was
whose
a
truck
few
is
mini
this?"
trucks. Yeah, whose
Yeah,
truck is that?
that's cool.
Yeah,
Even like Gavin, Low Item Model Car Parts, he
yeah.
produced some wheels too. Currently, I think they're still available on his website for like mini trucks. Um, because he knows, it's coming up. He's had them before, but this is like he has them in there. Let's see. Armando just commented. He said George did that truck. Is it George Vision 124 or which George? I wonder. We'll
You know,
see.
I
We'll
think
see.
it was Vision, if I remember right.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because I think I was asking about it. Yeah.
Oh, dope. Hey, George, if you're still on here, if not, we're gonna have to hit you later for them picks right there. Get some exclusives right there. There's a guy
Yeah.
on Instagram. I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I think he goes by Neros or Neros, and
Hmm.
he's the guy who has the mini truck, 124 scale or 125th that has a bed dancer, and he just started selling the kits, like all the parts, in
Right.
case if you wanted to do that, a bed
Oh, no
dancing.
kidding.
I'll send you his Instagram so you could check it out later.
Yeah, oh, heck yeah.
Off
I don't know if
air,
that's a
kind of
good thing or
thing.
a bad thing because then I'm going to want to do it.
For real, because
Yeah, but send
yeah,
it to me. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I've been following him for a minute, and like he's been posting videos of like pretty much what he was doing, and then just recently he started putting it up available uh like on his website, and I'm like, oh, dope. So I think I've shared a couple of his things on the story, but I'll hook you up. Yeah, Armando did confirm it was Vision 124. Let me see.
Oh, that
Oh yeah,
built
here
that
we
truck?
go. Bam. Yeah, it's narrow site just came up for those parts. Right on. Yeah, so
Nero.
yeah, I'll link you, but if you guys that are watching this, look up this guy. I don't have the site address, but if you're on Instagram, look up that name, and he is selling those parts for like mini trucks. He's been on there on Instagram for a minute, like just posting up all these updates, keeping everybody updated with what he's been working on and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty cool right there. But hey, Jerry,
Heck yeah, man.
Jerry, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Is there
Sounds
any
good.
shout outs or anything you want to say before we wrap this one up?
Oh, no, no, not really I can think of at the moment, man. Just I appreciate everybody being here. And, there's quite a few people on there I know and have seen at the shows and come to know over the years. And, start, like you say, you start to consider them as friends, So I'm thankful for that. Just the community. So kind of like a shout out to everyone that's a part of this culture, part of this community. It's good vibes and it's exciting and it's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Awesome, Jerry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout outs to you, bro, for joining me right now. This was awesome. And
Thank
also
you.
for everybody else that was in the chat room and even viewing. I know there's a lot of times people just watch, but they're not, in the chat. But even
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
that's awesome for everybody that's on there that took the time to watch and even
Absolutely.
later, that tune in later to watch this right here. Um
Mm-hmm.
and I really appreciate you guys every week, just coming through, saying what's up and hanging out. Even, you, Jerry, sometimes like you'll pop up and be like, hey, what's up? That's pretty awesome. Like in the comments, on the
Yeah, I
videos.
try to make it.
Right
Yeah,
on,
when I
man.
got home
Right
from
on.
work, I was like, man, I better take a little nap because I'm not used to staying up this late. So,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
off
yeah.
tomorrow too, so it kind of worked out.
Oh, perfect, bro. That's what's up, man. That's what's
Right.
up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
No, that's cool, man. But yeah, hey guys, we're gonna end the episode right here. If you guys missed the beginning part, because we did go on earlier tonight. when the video ends, you'll be able to rewatch it. But anyway, guys, stay tuned till next week. We'll be back. This was episode number 265 with my guest Jerry right here. Thank you, Jerry. You have a good night. Everybody else have a good night. And we'll
everyone have a good night. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. And everyone keep on building, guys. All right. Peace.